drug addiction, food addiction, alcohol addiction,
porn addiction, internet addiction, and gambling. What do they have in common? I'm Haris, clinical psychologist from Psychotherapy Now.
I'm Spyridoula, counseling psychologist at Psychotherapy Now, and this video is made under the collaboration with the Sankalp NGO from India. So, the first thing that all of these addictions have in common is that they have a meaning for the person that is using them. Everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we believe has a meaning to us. And addiction couldn't be any different than this. So,
the diagram is very, very simple. We have a difficulty, we use, and then we get relief. The use can be any of these addictions, of course. Let's give an example of a person that has a fight with his family or her family, and then he goes straight to the fridge to get a sweet or anything that is addictive, like chips or anything, and then they get relief. And after that, they feel really bad. They have bad emotions because they did something wrong, let's say, and then they feel bad about themselves and they blame themselves for that.
So, then we can talk a bit about self-hate, right?
Yes.
And do you want to tell us a bit more information about self-hate? Like, what is the person feeling about themselves when they watch porn? Or when they are eating too many desserts because they didn't talk to the person that they wanted to?
Yes. First of all, self-hate comes after the use. Before, the person is just, they really want to watch porn or to eat something, and they don't really think that what I'm going to do is really bad, so they just do what they have to do, but later, when everything is finished, they rethink what they did, and then come all the negative emotions like, I'm not feeling well with myself, what did I do, why did I eat so much, I'm gonna be fat, I'm already fat, I am a total failure, or any of these thoughts that they come to their mind. And of course, then things get more difficult because people feel that they cannot get over this situation, they feel trapped, and they just repeat the behavior once more. There is another challenge in their life. What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And self-hate that comes after the use, it's a really challenging situation because not only you feel that you failed in something and you used again, but at the same time you didn't actually dealt with the real problem that you had in the first place.
Yes.
So the circle is exactly what Harry said. It's, I have a difficulty, I use whatever it is. I watch porn, I eat more, I smoke weed, I go and do something on the internet, I gamble, whatever. And this brings relief at this moment to me. It's not something that will last forever. It's for that moment that people tend to use. And this circle can actually break. But if we want to break the circle, first of all, we have to find what is the meaning of the addiction in our lives. If I gamble, why do I do it? What do I get from gambling that I cannot get it from someone else? And according to research, for example, some things that I can get from gambling is that I feel powerful when I win, when in my life I feel weak, or I feel important when in my life in general I don't feel important, or I feel that I can control my emotions at this moment, and in general in my life I cannot control my emotions. So it's the meaning. Why do I do it? What do I have to gain from my addiction? The second thing is, what do I think about myself in general? Like, what is my self-image? For example, if I think that I'm not creative or I'm not social, but when I drink alcohol, I'm social, then I use it because I believe that it transforms a part of myself into something different. And we have to find these thoughts, we have to spot these thoughts, and then we can change them. I can be social without the alcohol, for example. So the meaning, the way we think about it, and the emotions that we have, the moment that we use it. For example, if I am very angry and I eat a whole cake all at once, and this thing calms me down, I have to spot this emotion of calmness when eating the cake And then I can think, what is the alternative that I can use to feel calm? Finding the meaning, spotting the thoughts, and spotting the emotions are the 3 magic steps that can actually help me to find replacements, other things that can offer me the same what my addiction was offering to me, but then being more, let's say, positive for myself.
All right. And now we can talk about the relapse. Relapse is when, let's say that you get over the addiction and now you are, let's say, clean for a long period, but then a stressful event happens in your life. And by stressful event, I mean having a breakup with someone, with your partner, or losing your job, or a very stressful event in your family happens, a disease, and then you start using the drug, internet addiction, or gambling again. What things can you do to prevent a relapse? First of all, it's really important to have someone who can support you in this difficult situation in your life. For example, a family member, your partner, a friend, a therapist, someone that you can tell him or tell her how you feel and what went wrong in this situation, and they can help you by giving you some clear advice on how and what can you do to stop the relapse. Second of all, another thing that you can do is to minimize the relapse by getting rid of alcohol or food or anything that can cause you the relapse. For example, if you are addicted on food, try to get rid of sweets, for example, if you are eating sweets. That's a very important thing. Another thing that you can do is to seek for professional help if you see that you're getting in a point where your relapse is certain to happen. You can go to a psychologist or to a psychiatrist, and they can help you by giving you the right tools to help you with a relapse. What do you think?
Yeah, and I also think that sharing parts of our effort with people around us actually can strengthen the effort. For example, if I have shared with my colleague that I have an alcohol problem at the moment, and he invites me to a party, then he knows that I will not drink alcohol, and he knows that he will support me when someone is offering alcohol to me. And this is also another way that you can minimize the stimuli around you that can lead you to this addiction. You try to have a clean environment, if we can say it like this. And I think family therapy is also something very important. And someone might ask, why? Why should I go to therapy if I am not the addict? The addict should go to therapy. The answer is because sometimes as a family member, as a parent, as a sister, as a brother, some of your behaviors and your patterns may lead to addiction for the person that is addicted. Maybe you do something that causes a negative thought to them and they cope with the addiction in a negative way. So via family therapy, you can understand yourselves, your patterns, your behaviors, and the ways that you can actually help in the prevention, or you can cause another episode to the person.
Thank you so much for watching us. I hope you found this video very helpful. For any questions you can have, you can always contact us in Psychotherapy Now. Have a nice day.